everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss the top Java interview questions that are commonly asked in most of the companies. I will be asking each question and AI will explain the answer in cleaner and simple way. If you are preparing for Java interviews or revising core concept, this video will help you a lot. So let's get started with the first question. So let's enable AI.
Hey there. Feel free to dive in with whatever you'd like to chat about. I'm here and ready to help.
Yeah, sure. I am going to ask some questions and you have to answer on that.
Absolutely. Go right ahead and ask away. I'll do my best to give you the answers you need.
Yeah, okay. What are the OPS principle in Java?
Sure. In Java, the OPS principles are basically the core ideas of object oriented programming. They include things like encapsulation, which is all about bundling your data and methods together and controlling access to them, inheritance, where you can create new classes based on existing ones, polymorphism, which lets you use a single interface to represent different underlying forms, and abstraction, which is about simplifying complex reality by modeling classes based on the problem domain. So those are the big four principles you'll hear about a lot.
Okay, I think you are speaking very fastly. Can you please little bit slow down yourself?
Of course, I can definitely slow it down a bit. No problem at all. We'll take it nice and easy from here.
Okay, thanks.
You're very welcome. If you need anything else or
Yeah,
just want to keep this
we are going with the next question. What is yeah,
sure,
just moment. Uh,
take your time. No rush at all. Whenever you're ready for that next question, just go ahead.
why is string immutable in Java?
So, the reason that string is immutable in Java is basically about safety and efficiency. Since a string can't be changed once it's created, it's easier to share across different parts of your code without worrying that someone else might modify it. It also helps with things like security and performance, especially when strings are used as keys in collections or in class loading. So, in short, it's just a design choice to keep things stable and reliable.
Yeah, okay. Difference between equal to and equals method.
Absolutely. This is a classic question. So in Java, the double equals operator is used to check if two references point to the exact same object in memory. On the other hand, the equals method is generally used to check if two objects are logically equal, meaning they have the same value or content. So for example, if you're comparing strings, equals will check the actual text inside the strings, while double equals will just check if they're the exact same object in memory.
Next question. Difference between array list and linked list. Give in short.
Sure. In short, an array list is backed by a dynamic array, which makes it really fast for accessing elements by index. On the other hand, a linked list is made up of a chain of nodes, so it's better for quick insertions and deletions in the middle of the list. Basically, if you need fast random access, go with array list, and if you need a lot of insertions and deletions, linked list might be your friend.
Yeah, okay. What is exception handling and types of exception in Java?
Absolutely. So, exception handling in Java is basically a way to manage and respond to errors or unexpected events that happen at runtime. Instead of letting your program crash, you can catch these exceptions and handle them gracefully. There are two main types of exceptions in Java. One is checked exceptions, which are the ones the compiler forces you to handle or declare, and the other is unchecked exceptions, which are usually runtime exceptions that you can choose to handle or not. So, in short, it's just a way of making sure your program can deal with problems smoothly.
Okay, cool. So what is the difference between finally, and a finalize method?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a good one. So the final keyword is used to make something unchangeable, like a variable that can't be reassigned, or a method that can't be overridden, or a class that can't be subclassed. Now, finally is a block that you use in exception handling. It's the part of the code that always runs after a try catch block, no matter what happens, to make sure certain cleanup code runs. And finalize is a method that used to be called by the garbage collector before an object is removed from memory. It's kind of deprecated now and not really recommended to rely on. But that's the difference. So final is about immutability, finally is for cleanup and exceptions, and finalize is an old cleanup method tied to garbage collection.
Okay, okay, cool. So next question is what is multi-threading and how it is implemented in Java?
Absolutely. So multi-threading is basically the ability of a program to run multiple threads concurrently. Each thread is like a separate path of execution, so you can have different parts of your program running at the same time. In Java, you can implement multi-threading by extending the thread class or by implementing the runnable interface. You just define what the thread should do inside a run method, and then you start it with the start method, and off it goes. So that's basically how you get things running in parallel in Java.
Okay. So next question is like it is very important and every interviewer asks to candidate. So what is garbage collection and how does it work internally?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a super common interview question. So, garbage collection in Java is basically the process where the Java virtual machine automatically takes care of cleaning up memory. When objects are no longer needed or reachable, the garbage collector frees up that memory so it can be reused. Internally, it works by tracking which objects are still in use and which aren't, and then it automatically clears out the unused ones. There are different algorithms and generations in the heap space to make this more efficient, but the main idea is that it helps manage memory automatically so you don't have to do it manually.
Okay. So difference between abstract class and interface.
Absolutely. So the difference between an abstract class and an interface in Java is another classic one. In a nutshell, an abstract class can have both concrete methods with actual code and abstract methods that have no implementation. It's like a partially implemented blueprint that subclasses can build on. On the other hand, an interface is purely a contract that only has method signatures and no implementations at all, at least until Java 8 introduced default methods, but generally that's the idea. Classes can implement multiple interfaces, but can only inherit from one abstract class. So it's basically about how you want to design your class structure and how much flexibility you need.
Got it. Yeah. Thanks. I think that's all. You answered all 10 questions. Thanks a lot.
You're very welcome. I'm glad I could help you out with all those questions. If you ever need more, just let me know and good luck with everything.
No, no. Thank you. Bye bye.
You got it. Bye for now and take care.